he also decided to stop drinking, and we're going to talk about everything this morning. And the first in a week-long series, we call it TV's Funniest Moments, the Good Morning America Challenge. We are going to take our classic TV moments, the ones we think are funniest, and, well, pay tribute to them by recreating them right here, and we launch it all this morning. Wait till you see what Lara Spencer is about.
But first, we are going to turn to the Middle East. As I mentioned, ABC's Claire Shipman is in Jerusalem for us this morning with the story. Claire, good morning.
Good morning, Charlie. Well, Israeli Prime Minister Ariel Sharon raised the stakes here this morning, insisting in a public speech to Parliament that his military campaign will continue until Yasser Arafat's infrastructure of terrorism has been dismantled and the, quote, murderers arrested. At the same time, clearly aware of potential damage to the U.S.-Israeli relationship, Sharon struck a conciliatory note. He said he would meet with Arab leaders any place, any time to talk about peace. And he also said that the recent Saudi peace initiative contains some, quote, positive elements. But peace seems very far away right now. The West Bank remains under siege, and ABC's Dean Reynolds reports.
In the hours before dawn, Israeli commandos are in action on rooftops near the Church of the Nativity, where armed Palestinians have been holed up for days together with priests and nuns. A firefight erupts, and suddenly the grounds of the 4th century church in Bethlehem are ablaze. How it started is unclear.
We don't know how it happened. Exactly, I don't know, but we have seen the fire and we have tried to put it off. That's what we have tried to do.
As smoke pours from the building, a fire engine is summoned, but the Israelis delay its response, frisking the firefighters to be sure none was trying to smuggle in arms. The fire is eventually doused, though there is no sense of the damage. It is too dangerous to inspect it at this point. The Israelis are insisting they are under orders not to fire at the church. In the West Bank now, there is nothing like the Israeli withdrawal President Bush has requested, more like the accelerated operation Prime Minister Sharon has promised. And it has triggered fierce exchanges, including this one in Nablus. In the old city known as the Kasbah, bodies litter the street, but Palestinian resistance to the Israeli forces continues. Dean Reynolds, ABC News, Jerusalem.
Now, most are looking for some sort of withdrawal before Colin Powell gets here at the end of the week. We talked with Israeli and Palestinian officials about that high-stakes mission and about whether the Israeli offensive will jeopardize that trip. Israeli officials say behind the scenes that the reason they will not stop the offensive is that it's working. They point to no suicide bombings for the last 7 days. And they insist it will not jeopardize the U.S.-Israeli relationship. Are you worried, though, that politically it seems as though you're slapping your closest ally in the face when you have the President of the United States asking for a withdrawal without delay and nothing happens?
No, not something will happen.
But it hasn't happened yet.
No, it's going to happen in the next few days. They were going to, as I said, will expedite as quickly as possible, moving out of areas where the job has been completed.
Israeli officials say they've assured the United States there will be a partial withdrawal underway by the time the Secretary of State arrives here at the end of the week. U.S. officials say Powell needs a partial withdrawal and a break from Palestinian violence in order to make any progress at all. But he's trying to lower expectations.
I'm not going to come back at the end of this trip with a peace treaty in hand, and I'm not even sure I'll have a ceasefire in hand.
Though Powell is expected to see Arafat, who's still surrounded by Israeli troops in Ramallah, he hasn't promised a meeting. And Palestinian officials say no meeting would be a disaster. What will it mean if he travels to the region and doesn't see Mr. Arafat?
Well, I think then his mission will be a failure. The only way to push this process forward, to extricate the region from the mess it's in, is to start a serious negotiation.
But just getting to the negotiating table at this point seems almost impossible. There is some renewed talk in diplomatic circles of perhaps putting U.S. or Western peacekeepers on the ground as an incentive to get things started, but that idea has never been very popular with the Bush administration. Charlie?
All right, thanks very much. Claire Shipman reporting from Jerusalem. I recognize your location very well, Claire. Thanks very much.
I'm sure you do.
Let's get the rest of the news now from Robin Roberts. She's at the ABC News desk. Robin?
Good morning, Charlie. So good to see you back, as Diane said, and good morning, everyone. In a show of support for the Palestinians, Saddam Hussein announced this morning that Iraq is cutting oil exports for 30 days or until Israel withdraws from Palestinian lands. Hussein is also vowing to fight back if the U.S. attacks Iraq. In Texas yesterday, British Prime Minister Tony Blair indicated he'd back a U.S. attempt to oust the Iraqi leader, calling his regime detestable. Authorities in Afghanistan are reporting an apparent assassination attempt. 4 people were killed when a bomb exploded near a convoy carrying the country's defense minister. He was not hurt. Earlier, a rocket exploded just yards from a camp housing international peacekeepers in Kabul. No one was injured there. Authorities suspect government opponents in that incident as well. Well, Wichita, Kansas is having an unusual population boom. On Friday, quadruplets, 2 identical sets of twin boys, were born to Christina and Pat Tetrick. They were not using fertility drugs. Doctors say the odds of such births are about 1 in 25 million. The quad's father says the baby boom is part of a local trend.
It's great to have the joys that Wichita is receiving right now with all the babies and the health of the babies. I think it's kind of neat that Wichita is all of a sudden becoming babyland or something. I don't know.
There were a lot of complications that we were fearful of, but thankfully we have escaped them so far, so we're very pleased.
Just one day after the quads were born, an even more unusual birth also in Wichita. Sextuplets were born to Sandra and Eldrin Hedrick of nearby Rago, Kansas. The mother carried the 3 boys and 3 girls for 31 weeks, the longest any woman in the U.S. has carried sextuplets.
I think they're doing very well given their gestation. 4 of the babies are requiring respiratory assistance. 2 of them are not. In fact, the other 2 that are not requiring respiratory assistance are actually in room air. One of them has already been started on some breast milk feedings, which the mother's producing some breast milk for them.
Now, when the sextuplets do go home to the tiny town of Rago, Kansas, the town's population will grow by 50% to 18. A new medical study confirms that a daily dose of baby aspirin can lower the risk of colon cancer. Scientists found that the aspirin prevented a recurrence of polyps in many people. Such polyps often turn into colon cancer, which kills 48,000 people every year. And finally, Jodie Foster's thriller Panic Room topped the box office for the 2nd consecutive weekend with an estimated $18.5 million in sales. High Crimes debuted in 2nd place, and Ice Age was in the number 3 spot. And that's the news at 7:09. Diane?
All right, Robin, good to have you with us this morning. Well, here's the hottest ticket in our town. Tony Perkins weather. Good morning.
Well, good morning to you. You sound like you're feeling a little bit better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can almost talk.
I'm the hot ticket in town because there's a lot going on as far as our weather goes. We told you on Friday about the threat of severe weather happening over the course of the weekend, and in fact it did, particularly across Texas, Oklahoma, pushing now into Arkansas and Louisiana. We had 6 tornadoes, all of those tornadoes reported in Texas, 48 reports of large hail, including 3-inch diameter hail in Del Rio, Texas. Hair? Did I say hair?
Yes, you did.
That would be another story.
Big hair in Texas.
Big hair in Texas, that's right. 1 to 3 inches of rain, locally up to 4 inches. Dallas had just over 3 inches. Today, the threat shifts eastward. However, we continue to see the threat of severe weather in eastern Oklahoma, eastern Texas. Could see an isolated tornado or two across portions of southern Texas, southern Louisiana, into southern Mississippi. Again, large hail, and again, locally up to 4 inches of rain in places. That's a look at what's happening with the weather around the nation. Now, here's what's happening in your neighborhood.
Good morning, everyone. Expect mostly sunny skies around Portland, Vancouver today. We'll start out with partly cloudy skies, but our high will reach around 63 degrees, about 4 degrees above normal for this time of year. Now on to the 10-day trend. We're looking for rain to return tonight by 10 o'clock and rain to continue at times tomorrow, turning to showers on Wednesday. More rain in the forecast for the end of the week and showers into the weekend. Now back to Good Morning America.
And coming up, we'll talk more about some of the weather we're going to see later today, particularly in the south.
Well, all those tornadoes in Texas you were talking about, thankfully no one was injured. But a young storm chaser really had the day of his life. It was a thrill a minute as he shot incredible video of the twisters, one of them. And we're going to hear from him in just a moment. But first, let's go along for his wild ride.
Oh, here you go, Adam. It's your guys' first tornado right here.
This tornado is enormous.
Look at it. Look at this thing. This is a beast.
Wow, this is unbelievable. That is
Wow. Beautiful. Potential roadblock up here, Aaron. There she is. Grab the wheel, Aaron. Hold the wheel. Are you taking pictures? Put it on auto. Put it on, man. Put it on auto. Hurry. Yes.
And joining us now is storm chaser Reed Timmer, who, by the way, is a senior at the University of Oklahoma and is going to be a meteorologist. And it's good to talk to you. I got to ask you, first of all, here we're talking about a force 4 tornado out of possible 5. How fast were you driving?
Well, initially we were probably driving about 100 miles an hour just to catch up to the storm because we got caught in some really heavy rain and large hail in the squall line. So we had to drive at a fast rate of speed to get caught up to it because we were way behind the storm initially because the atmosphere threw us some curveballs right off the get-go.
Initially way behind, but it seems to me you got really close. How close?
Oh, probably a quarter of a mile, maybe an eighth of a mile at the very closest.
Isn't that too close?
It's borderline in this case. I mean, you don't want to get too close to these big tornadoes, but to really experience the power and the wrath of Mother Nature, you really want to get close like that. I mean, it's beautiful.
I know you've said you can feel the power just on your skin. What does it feel like?
Well, it's really interesting. Right next to the tornado, it actually gets really, really warm and humid. Like the temperature just skyrockets right when you get really close to it. It's kind of an amazing feeling. And also, you can hear it and you can feel the inflow into the tornado, just really, really powerful winds flowing into it.
And you're shooting video while driving, and we saw for a minute there, I'm not sure you were actually driving, but it seemed to be. Anyway, how scared were you?
We weren't too scared because, I mean, we knew where it was going and everything. A little later on, right after some of this video, we got a little bit too close to the mesocyclone, which is the spin that actually produces the funnel. But at that time, we just put it in reverse and then fly it out of there.
All right, well, Reed Timmer, again, it's exciting footage. What a day for you, and we thank you for joining us this morning. I know you want to be a meteorologist. I'll put in a word for Tony Perkins, okay?
Oh, thanks a lot.
I'll tell him I know you personally.
Thank you.
Thank you, Charlie.
All right, thanks, Diane. This week, on Tuesday, Britons are going to say farewell to the Queen Mother. Her life, of course, spanning more than a century. ABC's Bob Woodruff is in London this morning, where thousands of mourners have been lining up all weekend long to pay their respects. Now, just less than 24 hours from the funeral. Bob, good morning.
Good morning, Charlie. This will be really a remarkable spectacle. More than 2,000 people will attend the funeral, which will take place in Westminster Abbey right behind me. Just about 200 yards from here in Westminster Hall, the body of the Queen Mother has been lying in state since Friday. There is some concern, there has been some concern initially, that the people of Britain would not turn up in significant numbers to pay respects to her, but in the end, it has turned out to be quite the opposite.
For 4 days, they have come, more than 100,000 people in a line 4 miles long, waiting to pay their respects to the woman many considered the grandmother of their country. Tonight, her 4 grandsons, led by Prince Charles, will replace the royal guards and stand watch over their grandmother's coffin. Tomorrow, the people of Britain will witness the most elaborate funeral since Winston Churchill's in 1965.
Winston Leonard Spencer Churchill, Knight of the Garter, Order of Merit, Companion of Honor.
In a sense, this is people, ordinary people, stepping into the protocol and pageantry. And these people, they're about to go through airport-style security systems, but then they'll be in an old medieval hall, and the lights are low, and the coffin is standing there silent, with guards around it.
The harrowing days of national sorrow reach their peak.
In 1952, the Queen Mother's husband, King George VI, was borne through the streets of London to Westminster Abbey, his queen dressed in black in the carriage behind. Tomorrow, 50 years later, she will follow the same roads.
These are the final yards that the Queen Mother will travel in a ceremonial way. The gun carriage will bring her from Westminster Hall with the royal family behind her. Then the pallbearers will step forward, lift off the coffin, and we'll see them shuffle through the great doorway of Westminster Abbey for the funeral service itself.
The Queen Mother and her staff began planning her funeral when she was in her 60s, 40 years ago. As the ritual unfolds tomorrow, some of it will resemble Princess Diana's funeral in 1997.
Because they just didn't have the protocol for a divorced, separated Princess of Wales, they took several pages from the Queen Mother's funeral, and that was at the heart of the ceremonial for that.
All of Britain stood still as Diana was laid to rest. Though no longer a royal, she was adored by the nation. As the procession passes through London tomorrow, memories of that day will be rekindled.
This is Horse Guards, which is the scene of one of the most poignant episodes of Diana's funeral, when we saw her coffin come through this arch there, and we saw Lord Spencer reach out and pat Prince Harry on the shoulder to encourage him. And on Tuesday, the Queen Mother's coffin will come back in the opposite direction, heading for Buckingham Palace and Windsor.
Shortly before the funeral tomorrow, in what is sure to be another poignant moment, Charlie and Diane, the tenor bell here at Westminster Abbey will toll 101 times, once for every year of her very long life. Charlie and Diane?
All right, thanks very much, Bob. Bob Woodruff reporting in London, and he'll be there tomorrow when the Queen's mum funeral takes place.
We not only have a picture of the morning, we are the picture of the morning. Take a look at this man, and then take a look at this scene. From Washington this weekend, the annual National Cherry Blossom Parade, and our own Tony Perkins. No kidding, the Grand Marshal of the parade, capping off a 2-week festival celebrating the gift of 3,000 cherry trees to the American people 90 years ago. Very royal you were, and not moving fast.
No, we weren't moving fast. A lot of stops and starts. It was wonderful. The parade is sponsored by the DCJCs. I've never had the opportunity to do anything like that before, and it really was a great day. A cold morning, but a fun morning, and thank you all for the honor. I really appreciate it.
Did you do that Miss America pageant thing where they put Vaseline on their teeth so they can smile the whole time?
No, see, I didn't know one gave me that tip.
You have to check with me. That and glue on your swimsuit bottom, and I got you fixed.
Well, that I did.
I'm looking at your carriage. I'm looking at your carriage, and you had something U.S. Mint.gov?
Well, I was in the...
what do you have to do with the U.S. Mint?
Well, the Mint is celebrating their 210th anniversary, and I was actually riding with the director of the Mint, Henrietta Holzman IV. Very, very nice woman, as a matter of fact.
You know the head of the U.S. Mint?
Well, I know her now. She didn't give me any money, though.
Oh, valuable person to know. All right. Anyway, congratulations. That is neat. That festival, Cherry Blossom Festival, every year is at Washingtonian. I know that's a big deal.
Yes, it is.
We'll be back, and Ben Affleck is coming up.
Every day, Texas wakes up to billions of allergens. Introducing Clarinex. Clarinex provides receptor protection to help block histamine. Get 24-hour non-drowsy relief for any allergy, anywhere, anytime. Side effects are similar to sugar pill, including sore throat, dry mouth, and fatigue. Wherever you are, whatever your allergy, talk to your doctor about new Clarinex.
Introducing McDonald's new Chicken Select Strips. So, what do you want? I wanna really, really, really wanna zig a zig.
There's a reason we call it Merry Maids.
You're amazing, Leanne. What's your secret?
Oh, I'm just a regular mom like you. And like most moms, I know that wiping my daughter's cup with a sparkle paper towel helps remove germs.
How?
Well, its 2 sheets are bonded together to create thirst pockets, which help clean up dirty messes and germy ones, too. And that's one way to help our family stay healthier.
Okay. Ready to go?
Sure. I just have to change.
Mike, let's take a look at those reports next Thursday. And Tom, Susan, set up a meeting on Monday. Any other thoughts?
You know, sir, instead of saving money by having only one office pen, we could just go to Staples.
Yeah, with Staples 365 Savings, they compare prices and back it up with a 110% price match guarantee.
That's sharp thinking.
Hey, client's here. We, need the pen.
Now get Staples 365 savings delivered. Just call 1-800-STAPLES or visit staples.com today.
What did you have for dinner?
Last night I had a bowl of refried beans.
I had a bowl of petrified granola.
I had a bowl of stale marshmallow Easter chicks.
I had a bowl of freshly made pasta tossed with grilled chicken, crisp broccoli and red peppers, and a creamy Parmesan Caesar sauce. It was one of those new Lean Cuisine bowls.
Do something good for yourself with new fresh-tasting bowls from Stouffer's Lean Cuisine. It's not just lean, it's cuisine.
And coming up on Good Morning America, our three-part series on The Challenge. What's the funniest scene in the movies? We do.
Nearly 100. Connecting you to your world. This is K2 News.
Good Monday morning to you at 7:22. I'm Deborah Knapp. Let's start out with a check on our commute with Sim Bolsta, who's in for Bob Bennett. Good morning, Sim.
Good morning, Deborah. If you're just heading in from Vancouver, you will be glad to know that that stall did get cleared. As you can see, things moving along much better. Was backed up all the way to Main Street. Still looks not too bad right now for a Monday morning drive after getting that out of the way. Also, Sunset traffic definitely getting a little bit busier. Looks like our camera's a little out of focus there, but it is, well, there we go. It is, as you can see, slowing down. A lot of glare, inbound especially, and some outbound delays there as well. No accidents to get in your way. Banfield busy at the east and west end. With the K2 traffic team, I'm Sin Bolsta, K2 News.
Thanks so much, Sin. Here's what's making news this morning. An autopsy is scheduled for today on the body of a newborn found on the Oregon coast this weekend. A woman and her 2 teenage daughters found the body buried in the sand on South Beach State Park in Newport Saturday. The family was taking part in the Solve Beach cleanup. Athena Crichton and another volunteer opened the bag after they noticed a strong smell coming from inside.
And it was so obvious, all the little toes, and so sad, and I was like, that's human. That's a human.
Now police are looking for witnesses or other people who knew of a woman who was pregnant and had some excuse about where her child is. Autopsy or officials say that the autopsy report will hopefully show whether or not the baby was alive when it was buried. The 17-year-old driver of a car that crashed on the Oregon coast last weekend has been released from the hospital. Mitchell LaFell was released from Portland's Legacy Emmanuel Hospital Saturday night. He's still recovering from a head injury and a fractured collarbone. Police say LaFell and 2 others had been drinking when they sped down Cannon Beach in the early morning hours. Investigators say they drove at speeds of up to 100 miles an hour before crashing into a large boulder. 2 other teens did not suffer serious injuries. That's our news for now. We'll be right back with a look at our weather.
Mercedes, BMW, Suzuki. Under the conditions of a recent Insurance Institute for Highway Safety 40-mile-per-hour crash test, each of these SUVs received the highest overall rating of good. Yet the Suzuki XL7 costs nearly $20,000 less. And that makes the XL7 not just a safe choice, but a smart one. Lease a Suzuki XL7 today for just $249 per month with only $1949 to start.
K2 is the station more and more people are watching. If you're in one of these locations, you may be able to receive a clearer signal by tuning to one of these UHF channels.
You call yourselves radical.
That's right.
Well, those tired old chicken sandwiches are about as radical as your mother's minivan. You need to try a new KFC Blazing Buffalo Twister. It's got 2 blazing crispy strips, buffalo sauce, ranch dressing, 3 kinds of cheese, all wrapped up in a warm tortilla. Chow down.
For a limited time, KFC's got the new freshly made Blazing Buffalo Twister. Buy one now and get a free medium Pepsi. Also available in crispy Twister.
Not without a helmet, son. There's fast food, and then there's KFC.
Creating bright smiles for my patients makes me feel good. Dental assisting is a rewarding career that you can learn fast at Apollo College. In as little as 9 months, you can be working in a dental office. Call Apollo College today to make an appointment or to request a free video. Call 1-800-36-TRAIN.
Learn how far your mind can take you with Apollo College.
Wow, it's starting out to be beautiful already in Portland, Vancouver. Let's check out the coast right now. Our Init Spanish head camera in Lincoln City showing a pretty flat ocean today. No warnings in the marine forecast, and Highs today should be up near 60 in Lincoln City. Here's a look at the satellite picture. Things are going to change rapidly tonight. You can see a storm system beginning to develop. We'll head into southwestern Oregon later tonight and then into our area late tonight, which means rain is in the forecast for you. Coming probably tonight around 10 o'clock. But until then, mostly sunny skies, high of 63 degrees expected. Tonight, the high pressure that's over us breaks down, and our rain will be developing with a low near 46 degrees. Now, a quick look at the 10-day trend. As you can see, we're trending towards wet weather this week. As a matter of fact, after tomorrow's system rolls through, we'll be looking at showers and sunbreaks Wednesday, more rain again Thursday into Friday, and possibly some showers continuing into the weekend with highs in the low 60s. This time of year, our high should be around 59 degrees, so we should be above that today. So enjoy today. It should be one of the last really dry days in the forecast. We'll be back in about 30 minutes with more weather, traffic, and news. Have a great morning.
Why is United Furniture Warehouse so popular? National brand name furniture and mattresses at savings of up to 1/2. That's why.
United Furniture Warehouse.
I was juggling taking care of my husband, kids, and a job. I was on overload, and I began to eat and eat. I was always tired, and I was angry with myself. One day I realized I had a choice. Do nothing or take control and focus on me for a change. I called Jenny Craig.
Call 1-800-JENNY-20 because bathing suit season's right around the corner. And now lose 20 pounds for just $20 plus the cost of food.
After losing 42 pounds, I'm in control now. Well, sort of.
For 40 years, it's been K2 and you.
And the bonds we share are getting stronger every day.
That's why the promise we made years ago is more important than ever. A promise to serve you every day with focus on in-depth reports and investigations and commitment to local programs and community partnerships.
40 years of service.
It's a heritage we're proud of.
And service will be the foundation on which we'll build our future with you.
It's K2 and you.
Together, we are the new spirit of the Northwest.
One visit and you'll be convinced. Choosing to buy furniture and mattresses anywhere else is like choosing to pay higher prices.
United Furniture Warehouse.
It looks like him.
You look just like Donny Osmond.
It sounds like him.
Are you Donny Osmond?
Why, it is him.
It's Donny Osmond! It's all right!
And 2 first-time guests with Rosie. Yes, here's Mike O'Malley and SNL's Tina Fey. Next, Rosie.
Today at 4 on K2. Today on AM Northwest.
We check in with the star of ABC's new hit series, The Bachelor.
Plus, your chance to win tickets to Riverdance.
Watch today at 9. Celebrating 40 years of Spirit.
Oh, Lucy. Dazzy. It's the theme from I Love Lucy. There's a purpose to all that. Good morning, America. I'm Charles Gibson.
And I'm Diane Sawyer. And maybe that's a clue as we begin our week-long celebration of some of our favorite, funniest moments from television. We're going to relive them on tape. And are you ready for this? Lara Spencer thinks she can do double the number of chocolates in her mouth Lucy did and double the number in her clothes as her special tribute this morning. But we're going to take you to that later.
We sound sometimes like we have mouths full of chocolates, actually. They counted up. Actually, you have a memory of her stuffing chocolate after chocolate. She actually only puts 5 in her mouth in that scene.
We'll try 10.
Well, that's what Lara's going to do.
Okay.
Anyway, that's coming up. Also in this half hour, the cover of Time magazine this week, new findings, I think that will surprise women who thought they could have it all. Babies versus career is the headline that really says it all. This is a story really about women who put off having children until they're in their 40s, and the odds are against them, and the odds, I think, will surprise you. So we'll talk about that this half hour.
Also coming up this half hour, a provocative interview with Oscar winner Ben Affleck on movies success and the decision to stop when you're very young and change your life. And he's going to talk about all of that. And also ahead, inside the hot new nightclub that caters to big and beautiful women and the men who want big and beautiful women. It's a brand new concept, and it's a huge success, and we'll tell you why coming up. Also, now let's check in with ABC's Claire Shipman in Jerusalem and get the very latest at this hour. Claire.
Good morning, Diane. Well, Israeli Prime Minister Ariel Sharon sent the world two very different messages in a speech to Parliament. He said he is willing to meet with Arab leaders to talk about peace, but he also said his military campaign will continue until he has dismantled Yasser Arafat's terrorism network. That, of course, despite direct calls from the United States to withdraw. And indeed, the fighting in the West Bank seems increasingly brutal. In Bethlehem, where 80 priests and more than 100 Palestinian gunmen are holed up in the Nativity Church, fighting erupted and there were fierce exchanges in the city of Nablus. All of this, of course, as Colin Powell makes his way through Arab capitals. He's in Morocco now, on his way to Jerusalem later this week, hoping to somehow get talks started again. Diane?
Thanks, Claire. Well, now, this morning, Ben Affleck. As we all know, he won an Oscar at the age of 25 for writing Good Will Hunting. We also know that he's been the romantic hero in big movies like Pearl Harbor and soon a new Tom Clancy film. But the constant spotlight can be disorienting, and it's the rare young Hollywood star who at a young age decides it's time to stop and, well, change lanes in your life. As we know, Ben Affleck decided to stop drinking. Changing Lanes, by the way, happens to be the title of his new movie, and in it, he and Samuel L. Jackson run into each other on a highway, and in the course of one day, end up rethinking their lives.
I started reading the script, and it was about that very feeling of looking at your life, looking at yourself in the mirror and saying, who am I? You know, who is this person?
I'm sorry, what? I gotta go, man. I'm late. I have to go. I gotta go somewhere too, man. I'm trying to get a lift. I'm sorry. Where you going, man? Come on, man. Don't leave me out here like this, man. Better luck next time.
And the way in which the guy was so caught up in his own life that he was able to ignore what effect that was having on other people.
While saying constantly, we didn't do anything wrong, did we?
Right, exactly. Ever justifying.
And then one day, it's too late for innocence. The girl you never met, the road not taken.
You remember, not every day, every week, she comes back to you. It's the memory of another life you could have had.
For a young man at the center of success, so easy to be careless about the dream.
What was the dream? What was the fairy tale?
I guess the fairy tale was that it wouldn't be so difficult for me to figure out how I ought to live my life.
Highs too high and lows too bruising and...
Yeah, and I went through a time where everything just seemed to be so unendingly fabulous all the time that...
Beware of the unendingly fabulous.
Exactly. It was the cliche of sort of be careful what you wish for, and I was young, and then what do you do from there? It's like William Hurt in Broadcast News, you know. He says, what do you do when your real life exceeds your dreams?
Keep it to yourself.
And hold on to who you really are. In his case, the nice kid from Boston who grew up respecting others. That's why he says he decided to stop drinking.
How do you know who to call?
I have some good friends who are very helpful to me, and that didn't seem like the hard part. The hard part to me seemed like admitting to myself that my life could use some changing.
But could you have just done it on your own?
Maybe. I don't know.
Did you do a lot of things wrong? How did I not know about it?
I don't think I did a lot of things.
I got the newsletter.
No. I don't want to give the impression that I did. It really wasn't that. It more has to do with an internal state of feeling. There hasn't not a lot of great tragedy or awful things that I've done. It's just where you're comfortable living.
And is that what you were talking about when you said drinking was part of insecurity, competitiveness, and it was about a pattern of behavior?
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of things that have to do with that, and I don't really want to wade into to my take on alcoholism or what caused it or all the various things. For me, speaking in which capacity I can be overruled by no one, ultimately, drinking and drinking too much and trying to get away from myself is about all the things that I didn't like about myself and my life. I made a couple of miscalculations. I wish I had done it. I had been able to stop drinking in a way that was private for me, so that it wasn't this sort of thing that in everybody's mind when they say, hey, how's it going? Hi, hey, you know, because that just makes it more distracting. The choice really for me was just like, what road do I want to try to make my life better, or do I want to not do that?
Or feeling, what was your line? I loved it, that you're one night away from being a constant feature on the E! channel.
Exactly. One bad night away from being an E! True Hollywood Story kind of eyebrow-raising sort of, you know, cautionary tale.
Not easy to grow wiser when you're barely growing older.
You're going to be 30.
I'm going to be 30.
You're not exactly wizened and ancient here.
I know, but it does feel like, well, it's 30. No more 20s, and I sort of lived a pretty accelerated life, so maybe I get a little bit of extra credit.
Tomorrow he talks about family, friends, and what he learned the last few months, and new projects that include action movies, and are you ready? Red Tights.
He's a big guy for red tights. We'll tell you about that tomorrow with a lot more from Ben Affleck. And now the weather again with Tony Perkins. Tony.
All right, Diane, thank you very much, and welcome everybody. Happy to see you here. I want to tell you a little bit about what's going on with our weather. We go back, first of all, to that dramatic tornado video that we showed you last half hour from near Throckmorton, Texas. A large tornado, not exactly sure what size tornado this was yet. It's Monday. I'll get this down right. Luckily, no injuries reported with this. It was moving over open fields. Now, for today, the big story in that region is going to be heavy rainfall. Take a look. We could see 2 to 4 inches of rain in parts of the lower Mississippi River Valley. Flooding will be a threat. Memphis has already seen 1.5 feet of rain since March 1st, so that could be a problem there. That's a look at what's happening with the weather around the nation. Now, here's what's happening in your neighborhood.
Good morning, I'm Rhonda Shelby in the K2 Weather Center. You'll find mostly sunny skies for Portland, Vancouver through the afternoon today. Our high near 63 degrees expected. Increase in clouds and a chance of rain tonight west of the Cascades.
Thank you very much. This weather report brought to you by Renew Multi Plus No Rub. You can get more weather information by going to our website at abcnews.com. Diane?
All right, Tony, coming up next, a warning for women who want to have babies but think they can put off motherhood. Good Morning America continues.
Introducing No Rub Renew from Bausch & Lomb. The easiest way to clean your contacts yet.
Working at the car wash.
With superior disinfection, No Rub Renew does all the rubbing for you.
Come on and sing it with me.
So all you have to do is rinse, soak, and see.
Work and work. Keep those rags and machines coming. Work.
My science project is a towel washed in Gain. It smells fresh.
But everyone already knows that Gain leaves laundry smelling fresh.
But this towel was washed 2 weeks ago.
New Gain with Fresh Wash keeps laundry smelling fresh for weeks.
Maybe you should ask your doctor about Flonase nasal spray or call 1-877-FLONASE. When your doctor writes your prescription for Flonase nasal spray, you'll be glad you took the time. Why wait? All you want is Flonase.
At GMAC Real Estate, our agents focus on you, understanding what you want, listening to your needs, and getting you where you want to be. That's why we deliver premier service, a whole new level in customer service. A level so superior you won't think of buying or selling your home with anyone else. GMAC Real Estate. Service you deserve. People you trust.
Even when your skin gets the moisture it needs, fine lines and wrinkles can creep up on you. That's why there's Lubriderm Skin Renewal. It works 2 ways. Lubriderm's moisturizers replenish skin, and along with PHA, an anti-aging discovery, they help reduce the appearance of fine lines and wrinkles, leaving you with healthy, younger-looking skin. Later, Gator. Lubriderm Skin Renewal. Moisture and renewal in one. Available in the facial care section.
Can I give my dog a perm?
Are cats smarter than dolphins?
Look at those teeth. Should I get him braces?
What's with all the wiggling?
What's the best flea and tick treatment? Now that I can answer. Frontline Plus. It's the longest lasting, most complete flea protection you can get. And it kills the tick that may transmit Lyme disease. Plus 3 others. It's the best.
Ask your veterinarian about Frontline Plus. For dogs and cats, Frontline is the veterinarian's #1 choice.
Is it okay for Rudy here to eat bean dip?
Look out for Mrs. Jones.
She's got to be more careful.
The Civic from Honda. It figures.
Okay, pick a number between 1 and 10.
2.9.
That's a number and then part of a number.
Get special APR financing as low as 2.9% for 36 months on 2002 Civics.
An eye-opening and for women maybe disturbing cover story in the latest issue of Time magazine. They label it Babies versus Career. Which should come first for women who want both? The harsh facts about fertility. Well, what are those harsh facts? If you're a woman and you think you can pretty safely wait until age 40 to have a baby, you're wrong. In a moment, we're going to talk to the article's author and our Dr. Tim Johnson. But first, American women caught in a dilemma that's not going away. It was the rallying cry for a generation, having it all. But in the year 2002, are women having it all, or have they just been had?
This is my new life. Elmo to the rescue. Here I come.
At the age of 32, pop diva Celine Dion had everything, except the one thing she said she needed, a child. She decided to bail out, put her career on hold, and devote herself entirely to becoming pregnant. She's now a mother and starting her career again. Mom by day, headliner by night, but few women have that kind of flexibility. A recent study looked at corporate executives earning $100,000 or more. 49% of the women did not have children, compared to only 10% of the men.
It's not a level playing field.
Kim Amon speaks from experience. In her 20s, she was one of those fast-rising executives at an interior design firm. And then she got pregnant. She could no longer work the 60-hour weeks her position required.
It was devastating. I worked so hard to reach the position that I had.
She left the job she loved. Today, in her mid-30s, Kim is the mother of 2 boys, 8-year-old Kyle, 5-year-old Connor. She had to start her own company.
I wake up, I stress, I feel like I'm going to cry sometimes. Men do not face the same type of balancing act. I think that women do.
Stressed or not, many women say she's lucky to have kids. As Time magazine reports, there's an epidemic of childless working women. Women who spend their 20s and 30s climbing the corporate ladder, then find themselves holding a briefcase instead of a baby. Joining us now, the author of this week's Time cover story on women and fertility, Nancy Gibbs, who is an editor-at-large at Time magazine. It's good to have you with us, Nancy. And the important thing here, and the most surprising thing, I think, to most people, the facts about fertility. And there's a striking statistic in there. A woman at 42, you should complete the sentence.
You know, has her odds of being able to have a child are in the single digits. And I think most women know that their fertility declines as they get older. I just think that we don't know how far and how fast. So
but you underline that. If you're 42 years old, the chance of having a child with your own eggs.
7.8%.
7.8%. And yet you take a survey, and 9 out of 10 women that you talk to fairly confident that they could get pregnant in their 40s.
Well, in that sense, we're victims of the success of science. All of us have seen the stories of movie stars pregnant at 45 and older women having children successfully. And that has, I think, led to a lot of false optimism. We don't hear all of the women for whom it is not a happy ending to the story. And actually, doctors themselves, only fairly recently did they realize that they were not able to do much about the biological clock. They could do a lot for younger women who had other fertility problems, but age was the one barrier that they are not able to get through, and the good doctors will admit this.
But so when we do hear about the movie stars who are 45 and whatever, most of them using donor eggs?
Many of them are, and which is often not a part of the story.
You use that phrase, have it all, and my wife, who's involved in girls' education, always goes nuts when she hears that phrase, have it all, because it's never been really about that. It's having it all available but you have to make choices, really, within the realm of what's possible.
Well, in a sense, the most important thing is that you can't even make those choices if you don't have good information. If you think that you're not going to have any problem delaying having your children until you're in your late 30s or early 40s and sort of map your life that way, then that is just a recipe for disappointment. And having good information about the facts about fertility makes it much more likely that women will be able to time graduate school and their professional development and their family development in a way that is based on actual statistics and not on wishful thinking.
Nancy Gibbs, thanks very much. I also want to turn to our medical editor, Dr. Tim Johnson, who is joining us this morning. Tim, you know, Nancy was just saying even doctors caught by surprise by these numbers. Do you in any way deny these numbers, or these bang on?
Oh, no, they're right on target. And I think it really is only within the last 10 years that doctors have sort of learned this and faced up to it. We, too, expected that the technology would carry us through this biological clock barrier. Again, it's important to stress that we are talking about women using their own eggs. It is possible to increase the numbers if a woman is willing to accept donor eggs. At age 40, you can get maybe a 50% success rate with each cycle with donor eggs. But now you're talking about a very different ballgame emotionally and financially, and many women will not accept that option.
But the reason for this, the reason that as Nancy says, you only have a 7.8% chance at 42 to get pregnant with your own eggs is because eggs simply age, right?
That's right. You have a set number of eggs as a woman, and they age, and they are not fertile as they get older. And that's why you have to turn to something like donor eggs. The uterus works fine, the rest of the body works fine, but the eggs themselves become less and less fertile with time.
They get past their sell-by date.
That's right. That's right.
All right. Thanks very much, Tim Johnson and Nancy Gibbs. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. We'll be right back. Stay with us.
Looking for better allergy relief? It's right under your nose. Benadryl. Proven better than the leading prescription antihistamine. Medical studies prove histamine blocking Benadryl to be a full 54% more effective at relieving your worst allergy symptoms, like runny noses. Benadryl, proven 54% more effective than the leading prescription antihistamine.
Okay, you've got over 130 channels here. There's your local channels, and it's only $39.99 a month. So, as I was saying, oh, hi.
Over 130 channels, $39.99 a month. Now, a two-room DirecTV system with installation is less than $50.
Healthy skin is like a magnet. Everyone's attracted to it. Vaseline Intensive Care increases skin's moisture by 200%, so everyone can have that magnetic, healthy-feeling skin. It's your skin. Do the right thing.
My two great-grandfathers, Henry Ford and Harvey Firestone, used to take these camping trips every year with Thomas Edison and whoever the president at the time was. They sort of invented SUVs. I love the outdoors. I won't even stay in a hotel if I can't open the windows. Our SUVs provide a great deal of freedom, and we do them better than anybody else. When you get it right, you just know it. Then it's really fun.
To relieve dry eyes, your natural tears lubricate, protect, and hold in moisture. Visine tears do the same thing. So how can your eyes tell the difference? They can't. Visine tears gets the dry out naturally.
I want every good thing in the world for you. I want you to know, right down to your toes, that all of life's choices are open to you. Sure, you'll skin your knees along the way, but you'll learn that it's your body, your life, and your responsibility. Never give up the freedom to choose. Your dreams are tied to it.
The Portland Art Museum, in conjunction with your local Lincoln Mercury dealers and the Paris Museum of Decorative Arts, presents The Stuff of Dreams, featuring more than 100 astonishing masterpieces of jewelry, sculpture, furniture, ceramics, and glass. The unimaginable beauty of design, The Stuff of Dreams, now through April 28th at the Portland Art Museum. proud supporters of Stuff of Dreams exhibition. Your local Lincoln Mercury dealers encourage you to come see the Lincoln LS and the Lincoln Navigator.
All right, we want to know what you think the funniest moments are ever on television. We're going to weigh in this morning. Lara, you're up at bat.
I am first. My third favorite moment, Seinfeld episode. I think everybody talked about it the next day. Master of your own domain. This is a subject that you wouldn't think could be covered primetime television, but they did it very artfully and hilariously.
Yeah. Right.
Number two is... What was my name? Oh, Dynasty. The cat fight on Dynasty.
Yeah.
Oh, well, I was so campy. Their shoulder pads were hitting each other. They didn't even eat fist. And number one, which I will do very well, will be I Love Lucy, the chocolates.
Yes, coming up, you think you can double what she did, right?
Well,
this is going to be your
I'm going to try.
Okay. That's later on Good Morning America. We'll be back.
Ask your doctor about Singulair. Or for more information about Singulair, visit Singulair.com.
Make a wish and watch the signs of aging fade with Rock Skin Refining Treatment. It visibly reduces fine lines, even tone and texture, increasing radiance by 66% in 3 weeks. Rock, we keep our promises.
You're amazing, Leanne. What's your secret?
Oh, I'm just a regular mom like you. And like most moms, I know that wiping my daughter's cup with a sparkle paper towel helps remove germs.
How?
Well, its 2 sheets are bonded together to create thirst pockets, which help clean up dirty messes and germy ones, too. And that's one way to help our family stay healthier.
Okay. Ready to go?
Sure. I just have to change.
I am one of the many people.
We used to think they're frequent, persistent heartburn.
It's just plain old heartburn.
But if you've treated your heartburn, changed your diet, and the pain still comes back 2 or more days a week, it could be from acid reflux disease.
And over time, that acid churning up can wear away the lining of your esophagus.
I didn't know.
I didn't know.
I didn't know.
Today, there's a purple pill called Nexium from the makers of Prilosec. For many people, 1 prescription Nexium a day means complete
24-hour.
day and night heartburn relief. And Nexium is also proven to heal erosions in the esophagus caused by acid reflux. Only a doctor can tell if you have this damage. Other serious stomach conditions may still exist. The most common side effects of Nexium and Prilosec are headache, diarrhea, and abdominal pain. Talk to your doctor and call this number for more information and a free trial offer for Nexium.
Relieve the heartburn, heal the damage. It's possible with today's purple pill called Nexium.
Synchronize your watches. It's time for Swim Week at Ross. Just $14.99 to $19.99 for the latest swimsuits. Save up to 70% off department store prices. Hundreds of name brand swimsuits to choose from at just $14.99 to $19.99. They're sure to go fast. So come on, suit yourself. Swim Week at Ross. Hurry before time runs out.
Hello, Portland. Here we grow again. This time, Barber Boulevard. Grand opening of our newest Les Schwab Tire Center. Sign up to win a set of Z800 Ultras or Open Country All-Terrain. Free hot dogs, soft drinks, cake, and more. Watch your mail for special discounts. Take part in the Child Seat Safety and Kids ID program. For extra savings, lower prices during Les Schwab Spring Sale. Grand opening this Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Portland's newest Les Schwab Tire Center on Barber Boulevard.
Good Morning America is brought to you by Nexium.
A little later, the story of a nightclub in Los Angeles. It's built on the idea that oversized women don't particularly want to go out in public, so they've got a nightclub just for oversized women. Very popular.
This week, can putting in a contact lens overnight work like laser surgery? And the latest secret schemes used to beat the tax man on World News Tonight.
Tonight, the closer these 8 women get to The Bachelor,
I'm really falling for Alex.
the further they have to fall.
I can't even breathe. I can't see them together.
I hate being vulnerable.
The Bachelor.
This isn't like a game.
1 man, 8 women. Who will he choose to be his wife?
There's real potential to make a mistake.
A new episode of ABC's hit series, tonight at 9, 8 Central on ABC.
Learn to heal yourself. Today after Good Morning America.
Hi, Portland. I'm Rick with Empire Glass.
Let Empire Glass replace your cracked windshield and we'll still pay up to $100 of your comprehensive insurance deductible. And we'll now give you 24 free dinners to Sherry's, the #1 family restaurant and pie bakery in Oregon and Washington. And we'll even give you a certificate for a free 14-karat diamond pendant necklace with any windshield replacement. So for the highest in quality windshields, call Empire Glass today at 503-251-9881. When you think glass, think Empire.
For me, it was more than just losing weight. I wanted to live a healthier life.
Kashi introduces Go Lean, an all-natural slimming system.
Go strong, go healthy, go lean.
Our highest combination of protein and fiber helps you lose weight. Delicious cereals, shakes, and bars. A proven formula that curbs cravings, builds muscle, and burns fat. A leaner, healthier life is calling.
Go Kashi, go lean.
Immerse yourself in the world of Club Med and My Ocean fragrances. Sea breeze fresh scents that transport you back to the sea and sun. A complete body experience for everyday use. You'll find Club Med My Ocean fragrances at any local Fred Meyer. And be sure to enter to win a trip for two to Club Med in Cancun, Mexico. It's time to awaken your senses and capture the magic with Club Med My Ocean fragrances.
Looking to polish your style? AM Northwest and Meyer & Frank Style File have the answers.
Get moving with fun cow memorabilia and help children's charities at the same time on the next AM Northwest. Watch today at 9, right?
Connecting you to your world. This is K2 News.
Good Monday morning to you at 7:58. I'm Deborah Knapp. Let's start things off with a quick check on our commute with Sin Volsta. Good morning, Sin.
Good morning. Our problem this morning has been that car fire inbound on the Sunset at Cedar Hills Boulevard. It has been put out, but looks like still just the right lane getting by. It is jammed up inbound, almost back to 185th. Big delays westbound, as you can see. Elsewhere, pretty routine. With the K2 traffic team, I'm Sin Volsta, K2 News.
Thanks so much, Sin. Well, school districts across the country deal with the same kind of budget woes facing Oregon schools. Portland's school board last month opted to close 2 elementary schools to solve a $36 million budget shortfall. Indiana's governor chose to eliminate the same amount in grants for grades K through 12 in his state, and Utah lawmakers have sliced $41 million from their public education budget. In all, state legislators across the United States have trimmed $11 billion from education in the past year. Ever wonder how Oregon teacher salaries compare with the rest of the country? Well, the National Education Association released its annual salary list based on the last 2 years. The national average was $43,335. The highest paid teachers live in New Jersey. Now, the lowest paid teachers are in South Dakota. They make about $30,000 a year. Northwest teachers rank below the national average. The average Oregon teacher makes about $41,711, and in Washington, the average is $42,137 a year. Let's find out what the weather has in store for us today as we get our work week started with Rhonda Shelby. Good morning, Rhonda.
Good morning. We actually are starting out with some clouds around the area. You might be seeing some low-lying clouds around parts of the southeastern Clackamas County, but mostly sunny skies are on the way.